Learn with Duop.
Welcome back to Learn with Dope. Awala bana psychology freshman part 2 bana which part 2 na mana ban right historical background of psychology, then bana right school of psychology, and then ka bana right subfield of psychology. Okay, let's get started. So back on historical background of psychology a new field, okay, five established. Quite established in 1879 when William wounded University of Leipzig, so Germany. So would a 1879 laboratory dung psychology established lat. So kujuma chachu chola father of psychology ko jen led laboratory ke jen come psychology rara. Before that psychology a father of philosophy. Okay, so Berar 1879 after my William wounded the laboratory that established. So namajan mangaja o ngala father of psychology ko keno Berani. So the historical namo. Then after Major Berar, then to take a different idea called the human behavior they studied can mental process they studied. So can different idea to all of school of psychology. Can school of psychology taught you take a early school de Barar soon me paya jaga pill can school to Barar kakora me si ningwana to whatever. So school de them school school modern school. So early school tree school name mutually structuralism. Structuralism mane kuja phone would mutually rotational milai student William wounded. So based on the idea in William wounded stationary structuralism kamnar. So structuralism mane core idea or chicken mind chicken break down into basic element. So we can structure mind can mind the dark structure tree. So they call it study. So it's got a dark structure here, sensation, feeling, image, she la chemistry. She chemistry don't flower pew whatever combination of hydrogen and oxygen. So much I break down the oxygen and hydrogen they just go. So she structuralism she got mind you can break down into this element. So go and by structure to go mind could make up then back understand back examine okay. So madam mutual functionalism and could establish mutual William James. So instead of William James instead of the history in structure in mind go the history in the function ta log mind con everyday life right dan ta log on ko adapt ta log on ko survive and a new threat new environment agenda history mona agenda history mona and William James. So in modern mutual Gestalt Psychology man kuja phone mutual mark Werther. So and marks can group can go Gestalt Psychology man can kuja form man. So idea then ko let you can force structuralism ko can it mind chada breakdown rather the study as a whole kelo go and human being can mind down latent go down walk there go organize la kel instead of what dark. Okay, so can a mind is there as a whole and then what can a lot the whole is greater say the whole is greater than the sum of it part. Okay, so idea can mind is there as a whole la kel. So man one day mutual behaviorism and mutual Watson in establish. So can to as a psychology that deal na behavior ko jana good corner. So chikon mind chikon nang major chikon nen therefore chikon the study in behavior ko jana good corner ko jan mada corner major jan ngai corner way on chikon corner tongo ko corner mind ko corner study. So Watson bo kwe believe environment kwe human behavior kwe shape kwe influence. Okay, for example jene moja gar tiene be tana jo mera mo gar tiene de ngi ko daga bekama na men gora ma goro daga na daga ben ga jamo de ngi chang chi de ra ngi daga ni shuar de ngi daga na doctori de ngi daga na anything ma goro de ngi ko therefore ko je believe long o and behavior de ran ngi ke learning along okay learn okay so ko no ajene ko behavior ko environment ko behavior ko je shift pretty much so the basic idea that long ajene chada is the nungota chada is the human mind ko chikono nen therefore da kon state nungota me kwa major ko behavior ko kon major ko kono say school gradient chola psychoanalysis mane ko je fon won me chola Sigmund Freud so in Sigmund Freud a doctor at that time take a fashion to la bakaje fashion to roja ke lo telege bot jo dong we karar all right so basically garame we along behavior quite drive and conscious motive ke thought to control dan kana conflict ne tin to talk re lo ni kon take a doctor te mutual hit ke ego ke super ego so kan doctor then ku can conflict run it then to I want it now go balel right now the ego a rational meditator at least la when ma me de la akwan with me be real la talk that to wal chada to no mo and then super ego wa mene moral come me while ba go apit go ba no ko ne tumon so then a complementary ku ka human being behavior ku can shape can early shallow experience teji kon trade en gwa ngol kono kwa so jene ku kan ngol alda ku kan chanan ku kan shape so in psychoanalysis core idea jene kanadi behavior kwa the shape more of unconscious motive ke unconscious thought tin kono chi kono aware about it de mi jeglel right now chi o dong ngi o lele batte ga mi trade gwa mi puji ko bilel ke di dual ka do right now at this time na mo mete mi tek mi chakol ki jina wal di dual ka je si da gor le le nyok ke si mi dong mi si let's say right now god forbid to happen but mi si ran accident je je jana la dola ko dong let's say mi jin gar motor mi si accident je ka motor la dole o dong di nyok der nyok okay ti mal loiten ko di ta ko ci watro me be ko hide so in psychoanalysis ku focus on motor unconscious thought and human behavior ku je shape so through I can early school of psychology me ba kon mo in school of psychology man na mo psychodynamic psychodynamic mane more of an idea dung Sigmund Freud okay and you about as van de all right so na ku for na won mutual jang so core idea and jene unconscious motive then model we can allow take a value di long rai siang ran kati kon la ran ke kane shallow experience bo moda ku amateur bo rai chang na kon la kon trauma ne ten ju kon otro kan ngor kan ko matter radian okay so pretty much the same so ka maraude come on in school of psychology mutual behavioral perspective so in behavioral manner could have gone with mutual Watson people like Skinner Bandura so core idea then can behavior require learn through conditioning and observation okay so can behavior quite learn through conditioning and observation right so focus then bolong can the history nunguta the history behavior ko jen manana nenga chada history ni mind ko shikono which okay so pretty much the same can early school down okay so school dong mutually humanistic perspective humanistic perspective man could for moon mutually Carl Roger, can people like Abraham Maslow. So core idea they long can a human being can go. Go quite very long because they can mutual self actualization that can achieve. So can go for cause more of mutual personal growth go run go roda go okay go roda or piece go there piece go so can around take a pre will run and go based on it she environment could determine because she conditioning because she unconscious thought she had to tell her near con. So we can run take an optimistic view of run, positive view of human being. So can a human being gua run, ramagua, tell a ramajak. Therefore, go can along or the support go there are the long. There are rod char, there are men la was, there are an or an ramaguan. So they focus on personal growth, free will, and the fact that there are full potential that are reach. Okay, for example, me take rami ko struggle dual goro gwa me ko dong be grir gwa be jak, alright. Si me rami nyuan me choro de long gwa kalene, so that is here that can chuma ngak bum long jini jiram bum bum chudal ono matene katene si be long all this and that. So draw can around kelo go on support which are support a boomy janyo the jiramugua take a capacity than that or along ramona so can it tell a ramay con along then pine con corocon and ram a janay or a crorum. Therefore a con expert of ourselves. Okay, so maybe I could 180 chicken focus can conscious mind chicken focus behavior can around take a free will take a personal growth pon crowd and then take a long code self their full potential their job. So school one day ka modern perspective which are cognitive perspective. So in cognitive perspective man idea in ko focus along they focus ka ta dan share con de la rock re get down re way down che ta dong tit con ma ga je mi mur dan ta ko kon problem solve ke je mi chata rek mi chi jak bi solve di ta ko ko lang ni lan ke je ta ko kon decision so ko kon ka ke je so they focus more on that, okay, on cognitive process till la rock here ngi dan, all right. For example mis dong mi bogra mi feel, okay, mi feel ka chi wo char je ga to ga ni cha ko tung pe li chen ko ar chen bolong wan charmo de ja effect de ji yar ko chi char nyana ko ta ko share go ta ram la share lo telam la share like muzzle ni xiang la share na positive do all right. So ramo wa take share go but mi chi char lo nyana jan ku la ta ne de nga bro ken mi da problem chi ben ki chi wo char je so broad be broad ngap, okay, broad ngap. So chia ta mi student mo mi cha wa pi cha pi le cha ko tung je ga chen gar bolong ko no more that na low motivation mama that drop out on. So ka psychologist ki cognitive perspective ke ramila cognitive therapy me chi pi la mi chen nang da student mo da chomo kini ken da legend kan na study ni jin hard. Therefore you just need to study hard jana go no bu ko no go abas be part on, all right. So cognitive perspective ko deal on mo ten ko la ro kere ngi badan rejimi cher kon ta ko kon problem kon ko kon solve ke je kana ta ko lang ni lan ke je ta ko kon memory mi ta te memory dan wana ka ta ko kon decision kon ko kon me ke je. So school of the age and modern perspective which are biological perspective. So biological perspective man core idea then can behavior can a mental process can can influence, okay. So a brain structure can a neurotransmitter can gene can go can behavior who can influence. For example la kona la nga me changane cha cha la right. So that's genetic right there. Can a genetic gene kwe siando kwe the effects. So things like hormonal change ku kan chi behavior bo ku kan affects, all right. Neurotransmitter ko misa kan sikal hada kwa ngurbo da kan tashi ngadu bo that can affect, okay. That can affect, for example, the time misi depressed, kia misi more depression, she wish a lot of jabber, all right. She wish a lot of jabber. What then result kumota ke low serotonin level on my neurotransmitter man. So misi kan lo misi depressed, lo she depressed along she chada wo dong chi jing lo du karwada. But along that change method hormone ko ke ka neurotransmitter ko ten ku involve ka ta dana takran reran. So kan by biological perspective dream kan a biological function of human body ku ngulala ku behavior kan mental process ku ka affects, okay. Ku ka affects. So school Dodian come out in School of Psychology, which also socio-cultural perspective. So in socio-cultural perspective, we focus on taco social interaction, can culture, can human behavior, can affect kaje. So Koran kelu me chibare enough, me changare now right now. Chida take di changka janta wakana socially. Okay, so di ben changata mi si brain endial chian jin karwa be sien bi changa jamona di ben changata wa ne ideal to kan dial. So cultural bo ku culture bo ku kon influence bo ko culture un mititen bi changata wa ka culture un. So social culturality ku focus on muta on ta ko culture kan social ku kan human behavior ku kan affect aja. Draw kan modern field of psychology bana branch case of field of psychology bana obit. So three ke field the misi work psychology, so the ka kan field three, but for now you just need to know the basics mal me ko film just steady sipo diff more. So kakan subtlety mutual developmental psychology tell. So na mana ko is physical ka cognitive kana psychological change across lifespan. Ta dong ger karoja gwa wi medidi ndabdu mana gwa dong be genera medida ne. So ko change dan ke physical change do grow do kana ta go cognitive ko develop je ka psychologically ko developmental psychology ko ka state. So pillar order mutual personality psychology amana ko focus on enduring trait ke character nyin ran karwade nyin individual ko ta kon character to good ta kon ka different trait ta ne daga trait dun kuara ko dong la jin kuar kana ita ka different trait, okay. And personal psychology mane personality psychology me ko ka state kan raw kan different trait ke ne character nyin each individual. So na mane ko nguta ko deal ke personal, okay. So school la mutual social psychology ko deal ke ta ko people ko kan track je socially ka relationship nyin nap mi tana ke la man. So ka social perception thing like attitude within certain society. So ko deal ke draw, okay. Mandang mutual cross cultural psychology na mane ko examine role dun culture ko de behavior they understand, right. Ko tana ke different culture what is bad ka culture am so no is bad ka culture boy, okay. Therefore cross cultural psychology they need to see the different culture, okay, to understand the behavior fully. Me jin Nuer psychologically ba judge ke culture un, all right. Ba culture un ngaj ba you could judge you are acting abnormal ke you are normal, right. So madong industrial psychology mean ko apply in psychological principle ka industry kan organization ko ba productivity ba rap, okay, ke ba increase. Forensic psychology mela use ke legal procedure ke ka corne ko ba criminal ba ka investigate ke, okay, ba ka investigate ke. So ko use police ni kana nei kon ke ko ba foot free ni money ba ka steady ko ba criminal ba ka investigate, okay. So kajan need ramgor forensic psychology o ko apply ni psychological principle ko muta ko by legal system by improve. So mo dong mutual educational psychology educational psychology o ko concern ko muta application of psychological principle ka dwal gora ko ba dwal gora by improve ke ba dalaka curriculum teaching ni administration of academic ni ba ko improve in a way mo psychological human being ko jare okay me take a student to struggle ba ka look okay ba psychological principle ba ka apply ko ba student raw de ko look de ko daka health ray na bwami okay ray na bwami. So madong mutual health psychology mane field me ko focus on application of psychological principle ko ba illness can disease baga prevent, okay, physical illness and disease baga prevent ke baga treat. So clinical psychology appeal ke psychological field me ko apply psychological principle ko ba psychological disorder depression baga diagnose ke baga prevent ke baga treat. So counseling psychology a little bit further than clinical psychology, but again get different. Counseling psychology will focus on less severe ke titiane she medong mi she la jeng lo du bit can depress kini lo du page long I mean ka lo di jia long duer to palpal, okay, jua to palpal ke disorder to palpal. So counseling psychology ku kana lel. So now me dong ki le jeng lo du wala nong de ben counsel ramadan ra psychology ja kana counsel da kana counsel but me cha woko cha depression and then be bening an clinical psychologist ko be kana ben tire kan ko no mon cha mi le ma, okay. So draw a kind of field of psychology, okay, kind of field of psychology. Man go bangai karwade. I want you guys to do me a favor. Ko can feel it dream. Be a teenager superficially no. You don't have to go deep. You don't have to go deep. But be a teenager. I'm not no because it does not require you go day in a long, but go no be a Toronican. In Kenya, mother be a Lonican, Kia Guaka apply then go to be a if you like this video, you find it helpful, subscribe to my YouTube, share, like, and then go comment, tell me whatever you feel, anything I can improve, Larry comment. Until then, thank you.